Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Core GT3 Series Round 1 here in Season 2 tonight. We are at the beautiful WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna, Seca here for Round 1 of the Season 2 Series, and the guys have just wrapped up qualifying here tonight, so we're going to jump right into our 90-minute feature event here this evening. So let's go over the starting grid for tonight. On pole is going to be Nick Nickerson there, with Carl Handwerk starting to his outside there in second. Mason Smith, last season's championship winner, will start third. Mark Thomas starting fourth. Derek Sherman will start fifth. Jimmy Covert there starting sixth. In seventh, we have Kevin Foster. In eighth, Paul Butler. And in ninth, John Crane. And you'll notice we're doing something a little different here this evening in Season 2. The cars, or on your timing screen where you see yellow, we actually have two different classes running here this evening. So the yellow is the Ferraris in the Pro division. They're running open setups. The blue will be fixed setups for all other manufacturers here in the GT3 series. So starting 10th there is going to be Adam Jones. Starting 11th, Nick Brown. Starting 12th, Patrick Shelton. Starting 13th, we have Alex Cornfield. In 14th, Thaddeus Marshall. Starting 15th, Dane Simpson. Starting 16th, BV Suvasum. In 17th, we have Matthew Goring. And rounding out the field there in 18th is going to be Jeremy Line Watkins.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out here. We're underway. As you can see, the pro drivers here out front and are underway. They've split the field up here tonight for the start of the race. Nickerson here is going to lead us down into turn one. I believe the rule from last season stands: no overtaking before they complete turn one here. As you can see, they're going to be single file as they go through turn one there. Nice and tidy. Now all bets are off here as they are allowed to overtake. You see Mark Thomas here currently in fourth, but he's going to be under pressure there from Derek Sherman. And checking in on the AM drivers here, it looks like Adam Jones is going to lead the field down into turn one here. Nick Brown in second, with Patrick Shelton there running third in that 03 machine. See a BV Suvasum here in 14th. Looks like he's going to challenge Dane Simpson here shortly. Oh, we've got a big accident on track there. Let's go back and see who all was involved in that. Looks like we've got multiple cars. The 04 Patrick Shelton involved. Adam Jones involved as well. Alex Cornfield. And I believe that is it. So let's go back and take a look at what happened there. We know Adam Jones was leading the field here. Oh, it looks like he's just going to lose the rear of the car there and spin in front of the field. That causes the 04 to go into the inside wall. Looks like everybody else just trying to avoid him there. See it from Patrick Shelton's point of view here. See Adam Jones to spin in front of him. He gets on the brakes there, try to avoid the wreck, just loses the rear end of the car himself and goes into the inside wall. So very unfortunate lap one accident there. We've already got a car going down pit road. That's going to be Mason Smith here, who has a bit of left front damage. He's going to head down pit road here, the first car on pit road. Meanwhile, out front here, Nick Nickerson has pulled away to a 1.2 second lead over second place Carl Handwerk. And got to go a little bit further back here. About 2.2 seconds back is Mark Thomas running third. Derek Sherman's going to be running fourth here in the pro division, about 1.9 seconds off of third place. And here we've got a battle heating up. This is going to be your battle for 8th here. As you see, Matthew Goring is currently challenging a BV Suvasum here for that 8th place position, or second in the AM division. See if he's going to try a late braking move down into the corkscrew. Oh, it almost makes contact there, but does a great job to stay out of it. And it looks like Visu Vason there is going to hang on to the position for at least another lap. And we've got a battle here. This is for 5th, and it looks like Crane there, or sorry, John Crane is going to move up into 6th. Let's see, that was Nick Brown actually there in the AM division. That's going to go back around him there. Not sure. We just saw Crane let him by. I'm not sure if he had a bit of a off-track penalty there. He had to yield time gained, but Nick Brown there in the AM division currently leading that division, running in 6th there, just ahead of a pro driver there, John Crane. And while all that was going on, Carl Handwerk did take the lead here, as he has made it around Nick Nickerson there. Let's go back and check the replay and see what happened here. And this was down the front stretch down into turn 1. Looks like he had a great run there and no challenge from Nick Nickerson there. So this is a 90-minute race, so not going to push the envelope here too early. Long race ahead of us. And one thing I'm still surprised to see here is Mason Smith, currently a lap down, still in the pits here with heavy damage. Just trying to go back and see what happened to him, because last season's championship winner here is currently out of the race, getting damage repaired here. And let's see, oh, just a little off track there. And oh, another car is going to make contact, heavy contact there. So that is why he's on pit road right now, getting that damage repaired. That time around, Carl Handwerk sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:21.5, some 3 seconds quicker than second place Nick Nickerson. As you can see, Nickerson has backed off considerably here. Mark Thomas is now within 1 second of him, so Nickerson here is more than likely playing a little fuel strategy play here with that kind of speed difference between him and first place. And just looking here at the cars sitting on pit road, Thaddeus Marshall, Abivi Suvesum there. Mason Smith, of course, we know is on pit road. Jimmy Covert, who is the one that made heavy contact with Mason Smith, still on pit road getting damage repaired. Adam Jones also on pit road here with Patrick Shelton. So we've got about 6 cars on pit road getting damage repaired as they go multiple laps down. Meanwhile, Carl Handwerk here continues to lay down some blistering laps. That time around, he ran a 1:22.1. Looks like everyone else is lapping in the high 122s or 123s. So Carl Handwerk here is wasting no time here trying to build that gap up between him and the rest of the field, as he's currently got that gap to 4.4 seconds back on Nick Nickerson here running in second. Nick Brown here in that number 92 Audi is our current AM division leader here, as he has about a, I'm gonna say it's just doing a little math here, it's gonna be about 14 second gap back to second place and Matthew Goering here in the AM division. So Nick Brown doing a great job out front early here in his division. Has a lot of breathing room back to Matthew Goering here in second. See Dane Simpson here currently running third in the AM division. He's about 9 seconds back from second place Goering. Alex Cornfield here is a newcomer here for season 2, currently running in fourth in the AM division. He's got about a 16-second gap back from third place Dane Simpson there. And we see Carl Henwick here starting to go through lap traffic as he puts, I believe that was Jeremy Lyon Watkins there, a lap down. His next car in sight there is going to be Paul Butler. Oh, and we just saw Paul Butler there, I believe, go off track in the corkscrew, and yes, he did. That is going to be disastrous there for Paul Butler. Let's go back and take a look at the replay and see what happened there. Looks like he was just a little too late on the brakes there down into the corkscrew and just went head on into the tire barrier there. So very unfortunate for him. He's going to have quite a bit of front end damage there from that incident. He is able to get it going here. Leader Carl Henwick here as he takes us a lap around Laguna Seca here, rounding through turn 3 here. Very quick right-hander here, turn 4. Very easy spot to run off track there, as we saw Adam Jones do in the opening lap. And heavy braking down into the left-hander, turn 5 here. Have to wait a while to get back on the throttle there. As you can see, he does it perfectly. And then the trickiest turn on the track, in my opinion here, turn 6, quick left-hander, fast-paced, and then you're uphill on your way down toward the corkscrew, which is one of the most unique turns here in iRacing. As you can see, heavy elevation change downhill here, left right-hander, and then immediately another left-hander here, turn 9. As you can see, he's currently chasing down, I believe that is Cornfield there, looking to put him a lap down through turn 10, and then the final corner here, heavy braking left-hander here, turn 11. Want to keep it on the inside of the track here, don't want to take too much curb, very slick out there, and that is how you do a lap around Laguna Seca here by our race leader Carl Henwick. And we've just seen here Matthew Goering has passed Jeremy Lyon Watkins here. So Goering is going to move up into 4th here in the AM division as he takes away that position. Just watching the timing board here, it looks like Nick Nickerson here running second has picked up the pace a bit. That last lap around, he was about 3/10 quicker than our race leader. As you can see, he's starting to chip away at that gap. It was a little over 7 seconds. Now he was hovering there in the 6.9 second range. We'll see what kind of lap he turns here. But it looks like Nickerson here starting to pick up the pace a little bit, probably changing his fuel mapping, burning a bit more fuel here later into the run. As you can see there, they run pretty similar times. They're both in the 1:22.1s that time around. there. Nickerson's going to cross the line, and we should see there, yes, he was about 4/10 quicker that lap than our race leader Carl Handwerk. So Nickerson here is starting to chip away at that gap to the race leader. And we see Paul Butler here as he's going to go by Jeremy Lyon Watkins there, as Butler tries to recover from that mistake we saw where he ran off in the corkscrew there, as he is currently running in 11th overall and currently in 7th there in the pro division. And we see Mason Smith now back out on track, but currently 5 laps down there, as he was involved in that incident and took heavy damage there to his car. He spent quite a while on pit road there getting it repaired. As you can see, it looks now like it's drivable, but certainly not going to have the pace here tonight that the other cars have. But he is back out on track there. We also see Adam Jones returning back to the track here. Meanwhile, out front here, Carl Handwerk continues to set blistering times out here tonight. He's currently the only car out in the field currently lapping in the 121s. Everyone else in the high 122s or 123s here. So Handwerk definitely has the pace here tonight as he extends his gap back to second place there, a little over 8.3 seconds currently. We just saw a mistake there out of the 96 of Dane Simpson, who's currently running second in the AM division there, as he went off track as race leader Carl Handwerk there went by and put him a lap down. And it looks like Paul Butler here has been involved in an incident. Let's go back to the replay here and check out what happened. This is down into turn 1. Oh, it looks like he's just going to get loose there on corner entry. Doesn't hit anything there. Is able to get the car going again, so no harm, no foul there. Looks like Dane Simpson here also been involved in something here. Oh, he's going to actually go off track there in turn 9, spin the car around, and oh, backs out in front of the field there. Very lucky that he did not make contact with another car there. And he is able to get it going here once again though, but very dangerous rejoining the track there. And now we see Matthew Goering here currently running in 4th in the AM division here. He's now up to the rear end there of Dane Simpson, who we saw involved in that incident there. So now he's going to be challenging him for that position here. Both drivers there running BMWs here tonight. And looks like he's well within half a second here as they head through turn 6 up towards the corkscrew here. Makes up a ton of time there through that corner, so now he's going to challenge him here. Drag race up toward the corkscrew. He's going to be latest on the brakes there as Goering, and he is going to take away the position there from Dane Simpson as he moves up into 3rd there in the AM division. And looks like Dane Simpson going to be in trouble again there as he spins coming off of the final corner there, turn 11. And he's able to get that car turned around and headed in the right direction once again here as he's currently running 4th in the AM division. Looks like Jeremy Lyon Watkins may have also been involved in an incident here as we check the replay. Down into the corkscrew. Just going to run wide there, go off track, and spin the car around. Does a great job there waiting until the track is clear before he tries to rejoin there. Meanwhile, out front here in the Pro Division is going to be Carl Handwerk, our race leader. He's currently 7.6 seconds ahead of second place driver Nick Nickerson here, with Mark Thomas running in 3rd, another 12.3 seconds back, with Derek Sherman currently running 4th. And then in 5th, we have Kevin Foster here. We are quickly approaching the 30-minute mark here, which is when we expect to see the drivers start to come down pit road for their pit stops here this evening. And it'll be interesting to see who's going to try to stretch the fuel stint out here tonight, who's going to make it a clear 2-stop race. And only time will tell here as we quickly approach that 1/3 marker here, 30 minutes into the 90-minute feature event. And there's a reason we're focused in on this 5th place driver here, Kevin Foster, as we talk about fuel strategy. It was last season that we saw him pull that amazing fuel strategy that no one else was able to do. A no-stop race for 60 minutes. He was able to stretch his fuel run out without pitting and took home the race victory. So all eyes are on him here in the season opener. Could he have another trick up his sleeve here tonight? Maybe stretching it out to a one-stop race. Not sure if it's possible, but if anybody can do it here, it's going to be Kevin Foster. And looks like we've got our first taker down pit road here. That's going to be Adam Jones, currently running overall in 14th here, coming down pit road here at the 27-minute mark. And looks like he's going to be the only one down pit road here that's not getting damage repaired. Carl Handwork here currently still lapping in the mid-121s there. That last time around, though, he did dip into the 122s. We'll see what kind of time Nick Nickerson runs here. Ooh, about 8/10 quicker. So Nickerson here has picked up the pace a bit. He was matching Handwork. That time around, he beats him drastically by about 8/10. We'll see if he can pick up the pace here on this lap as well. We just saw a bit of a mistake there as he went through turn 8. The corkscrew there went a bit off track, had to get out of the throttle. We'll see just how much time that'll cost him here on this lap as he rounds turn 10 and into the final corner here, turn 11. And just looking at the timing board, he still is chipping time away as Handwork there lapping in the mid-123s. And Nickerson there almost 1.1 seconds quicker that time around. And here we see Dane Simpson, an AM driver currently on the rear end there of Paul Butler, a pro driver in the Ferrari, as he's chasing him down currently. About 7/10 is the gap there. And looks like we have our first pro driver taking to pit road here. That's going to be John Crane as he heads down pit road for his scheduled pit stop here this evening. Meanwhile, out front here, Carl Handwork's going to stay out another lap, but Nick Nickerson here continues to chip away at that gap, as that time around he was faster, but only 0.2 faster that lap. And looks like Derek Sherman here has had a bit of an off-track incident and actually lost a position to Kevin Foster. As you can see, that was coming out of that very tricky turn 6, and we just saw Kevin Foster go around him there. So Derek Sherman with a mistake there, going to lose out on a position here. Ooh, third place, Mark Thomas is going to head down pit road. Looks like he missed his pit stall there and actually was slow getting into it. Also, Nick Brown, the current AM division leader here, going to head down pit road as well. He has about a 45-second gap back to second place Cornfield. So he should be able to come down pit road here, get service, and potentially make it out in front of Cornfield. Race leader Carl Handwerk here heading down pit road as well, with Nick Nickerson, second place driver, here heading down pit road. So it looks like all of these guys here made it to that 31-minute mark here. Looks like they're going to definitely be on a 2-stop strategy here this evening. Meanwhile, guess who is still out here? Kevin Foster in third, as he's just now rounding turn 9. Has yet to come down pit road here. We'll see where he is in relation. Oh, he is going to head down pit road this time. And so is fourth place Derek Sherman there, as he comes down pit road for his scheduled stop. Mark Thomas pitted the lap previously, as you can see there. He actually has, that is a lap car behind him there. That's going to be Mason Smith there with that damage, but Mark Thomas here going to round the final corner. We'll see just where he comes out. He was third before the pit cycle, and looks like he is going to join back here in third, as Nickerson made up a ton of time here on that pit cycle. As you can see, he's now within 1 second of Carl Handwerk as they head through the corkscrew. See Handwerk just up ahead there as they round through turn 9. Saw a bit of a mistake there out of Handwerk up ahead, as he actually dropped the tire off the track. Doesn't look like it's going to cost him too much time though. And looks like Matthew Goring here has been involved in an incident. Let's check the replay and see what happened here as he goes into the final corner. Oh, just going to get loose on the exit there. Does a great job keeping it out of the wall, spinning it back around there, and getting it going once again. Meanwhile, Carl Handwerk here still has the race lead, gap back to second place. Nick Nickerson there is going to be about 1.6 seconds here as they approach the 40-minute mark here in our 90-minute feature event. First pit cycle is complete here, and you can see, oh, we've got a car off track there. Not sure who that was. That's going to be John Crane there in the 199 running off track in the corkscrew. Well, let's check the replay and see what happened here. Oh, very similar to what we saw Paul Butler do earlier on, just too late on the brakes there, down into the tire barrier. But he does a great job there with minimal damage and is able to get that car going again. And looks like Jeremy Line Watkins there going to head down pit road as well. And let's go to pit stop. He is currently in fourth in the AM division here, but Dane Simpson is going to overtake him here as Line Watkins is on pit road. Looks like Carl Handwerk here has picked up the pace again. Oh, and we're going to see him run off track there. And wow, oh wow, he does a great job saving that car there, but that could have been disastrous as he's going to lose over 2 seconds on this lap here. As you can see, Nick Nickerson there right behind him, currently 1.5 seconds. The gap was over 3 seconds before that mistake. Looks like that was Thaddeus Marshall there that went off track. Let's go back and check the replay and see what happened there. We're just going to drop the right rear off the track there on corner exit, spins it around, does get into the tire barrier, but looks like he's going to escape that one with minimal damage there. So very lucky there from Thaddeus Marshall. Check the replay here. It looks like Mason Smith's had a bit of an incident there as he goes off track hard into the wall there. That was coming out of turn 6 up towards the corkscrew there, and he's going to have even more damage there already to that damaged car. As you can see, it's just limping along there as he tries to get it back on track. But Mason Smith here last season's champion, having a disastrous night here on the season opener for season 2. Right on board Carl Handwerk here, race leader, as he navigates through lap traffic here down into turn 1. See Nick Nickerson there in second place, running wide there. Not going to lose too much time. But, ooh, we just saw someone else go off track here, but we've got a couple things to check out. That's going to be Dane Simpson there again off track. Going to back it up just a little further here to see what happened. And again, we're going to see another driver in the same spot there, dropping right rear off the track and spin off the track. But he does a great job there, keeping it out of the tire barrier. And Carl Handwerk here has stretched that gap out to about 2.5 seconds here, so he has a little bit of breathing room. Back to second place, Nick Nickerson here yet again as we head towards the 45-minute mark here, halfway through our 90-minute feature event. See if this lap traffic here comes into play here as Carl Handwerk tries to work his way through it. He lost a bit of time there through that corner as he's gotten in the dirty air there of, I believe that is Paul Butler up ahead. No, that's going to be Kevin Foster. Going to lose out a few more tenths there in the corkscrew as Nickerson there in second place is starting to chip away at that gap here as Handwerk tries to work his way through lap traffic. You can see Handwerk still struggling to work his way through the lap traffic there as Nickerson knocks that gap down to 1 second here if he can get by Kevin Foster himself without losing out on too much time here. Handwerk has one more car to get through up ahead. And it looks like Foster there is going to move out of the way there nicely, out of Nick Nickerson's way here, but Handwerk still struggling to make it by. That is I believe that was the 14 of Jimmy Covert there, so that's going to allow Nickerson here right up to the rear bumper of Carl Handwerk as they head into the final corner here. 2 tenths separating the top two here after Handwerk struggles to make it through that lap traffic. handwork there, going to make a mistake and run wide. That's going to allow Nickerson here to the outside in the final corner. And Nickerson going to try the crossover there. And they're going to be nose to tail here as they head down the front stretch. Looks like handwork there going to block the bottom line. Nickerson just going to ride behind him here through turn 1. Start to see the pressure here starting to get to Carl Handwerk here as Nickerson starting to force him into some mistakes that we haven't seen out of Handwerk here this evening. Nickerson gets a great run there through turn 6 as they head up towards the corkscrew here. Is he going to try and move under braking? No, he's going to stay behind Handwork here. We can see that last time around there from the lap time on the screen that Handwork was 0.3 quicker that last lap, and looks like he's going to be even quicker here this lap around as the gap is now back up to 1 second here as they enter the final corner. And Handwork there, that last lap going to run 0.4 quicker than second place Nick Nickerson. So looks like Handwork has calmed down and putting down the laps that we've seen him put down all night long there as he starts to stretch out that lead again. Just up ahead, he's got 2 more lap traffic cars to get through here, and we could see another repeat of what we saw a few minutes ago as Handwork is just now approaching 1 there. Looks like that car is going to get over nicely and get out of the way of both drivers here. We see Nick Nickerson here closing down that gap as soon as Handwork gets in that dirty air from another car. He slows down drastically here as Nickerson's now got that gap down to about half a second here. that is going to be 4th place driver there, Derek Sherman, that goes a lap down as they head through the corkscrew there. 6/10 currently separate the top 2 here as we just approach the 53-minute mark here out of 90 minutes. And we've got an incident. We want to go back and check on the replay here real quick, as it looks like Thaddeus Marshall down into turn 2 had a bit of an issue here. Oh, he's just going to run wide there, able to get it going there, so no big deal there for Thaddeus Marshall. Meanwhile, these top 2 here continue to battle it out now. This is the closest we've seen Nickerson all night long here, as he's within 0.2 of a second as he starts to put the pressure on again here on race leader Carl Handwerk. Can he force him into another mistake? Looks like Nickerson is quicker here through sector 2 as they head up toward the corkscrew. Lap after lap, we see him make up a ton of time through this section of the track right here as they go into the corkscrew here. Gap is currently 0.4 of a second. Ooh, Nickerson there going to get 2 tires off the track. That's going to cost him a bit of time there as he heads through turn 10 and down into the final corner there. And you can see he's going to lose out about 4 or 5/10 of a second, or 4 or 5/10 that lap, that time by. As you can see, that gap is now up to 0.8 of a second here as Handwerk has a bit of breathing room here yet once again. And we see Thaddeus Marshall back down pit road. Just going to check a replay here. It looks like he was involved in another spin. This is down into the corkscrew just after we saw him have that issue in turn 2. And just came to a stop there, but nothing happened. So that may be a bit of a false alarm there on our timing board, but he did come down pit road for what I assume is his scheduled pit stop here, as we are approaching that 60-minute mark. It'll be interesting to see what these 2 in the front here, Carl Handwerk and Nick Nickerson, do. You have to imagine they burned a little more fuel this stint as they were racing hard there for many laps. And it'll be interesting to see if they can make it all the way to that 60-minute mark here for their second green flag pit stop here. Oh, and Matthew Goering there, currently running third in the AM divisions, had a bit of an incident there coming out of the final corner. And let's go back and check the replay and see what happened here. Oh, he's just going to drop 2 tires off the track there under braking. And that is something you're definitely not going to want to do there, as that car just goes for a wild ride. But he is able to get it going there, not lose a ton of time. Checking on Nick Brown here, currently running 6th overall and first in the AM division. And he is some 35 seconds ahead of second place AM division Cornfield, Alex Cornfield. So Brown having a great run here tonight in this division. Has a lot of breathing room here, can really control his strategy here tonight, and it's good to see him run out front here tonight. Also good to see the newcomer here tonight in Season 2, Alex Cornfield, running 2nd in the AM division, about 33 seconds ahead of third place Matthew Goering, who we just saw had a couple mistakes. Oh, and we've got our second place driver here, Nick Nickerson, heading down pit road at the 58-minute mark. He looks like he may try the undercut here on handwork, or he might have just used too much fuel that last stint, as he was racing hard there with race leader Carl Handwork. But he's going to head down pit road. It'll be interesting to see, does Carl Handwork here react this time by? See Handwork there catching up to lap traffic, and he is going to head down pit road this time. So he's going to react there to second place Nick Nickerson coming down pit road. So it'll be interesting to see where he rejoins the track. That last pit cycle, Handwork lost out a ton of time on pit entry. That's where Nickerson made up most of his time. It was some net 7 seconds. Nickerson was quicker on his in-lap and his out-lap. So it'll be interesting to see here where Nick Nickerson is on the track, as he's just now coming through turn 10 and into the final corner. Just now seeing Carl Handwork here come out of pit road. Nickerson here coming down beside him here. Nickerson is going to move up into the race lead here, and it looks like that undercut may potentially work, as they're going to be side by side, but Nickerson is going to have the preferred line here as they head down into turn 3. But they are going to be close and neck here as they go through turn 4, as they complete their last pit cycle of the evening here. As he's led almost every lap of this race here this evening, you know he wants to get by. Oh, it looks like Nickerson there going to have a mistake and into the wall. That's going to allow Carl Handwork back into the race lead, and that is going to be disastrous there for a second place driver, Nick Nickerson. Let's go back and take a look here and see what happened. Just going to run wide in turn 6 there, and he actually gets his right rear off the track. He tried to stay in it and just lost it there and went into the tire barrier. So very unfortunate there for Nick Nickerson, as he played the pit strategy just right there, made it into the race lead, but then shortly after made a mistake. And our AM division race leader here, Nick Brown, going to head down pit road for his final pit stop of the evening. And we see second place AM driver here, Nick Brown, just now rounding turn 10. It'll be interesting to see Sorry, not Nick Brown, Alex Cornfield. And he's going to stay out one more lap here at least. So we should expect him to overtake Nick Brown here momentarily. And looks like third place pro driver here, Mark Thomas, going to head down pit road for his final stop as well. You see Matthew Goring completing his stop and now exiting pit road. John Crane here is also going to head down pit road. Kevin Foster there in the Ferrari going to head down pit road as well for his final pit stop. And we also see Adam Jones here heading down pit road for his final stop as well. As we see race leader Carl Henwick there making it by lap traffic. He currently has about an 8-second gap back to second place Nick Nickerson. And it looks like Alex Cornfield here is going to head down pit road for his final stop of the evening. So Nick Brown is going to retake the AM Division race lead here as he pitted the lap previously. And we're going to see Derek Sherman here currently running fourth in the Pro Division. Going to head down pit road for his final stop of the evening. Be interesting to see here. Kevin Foster is just now rounding the final corner. Let's see if he's going to be able to overtake Sherman here, as Sherman is still on pit road there taking tires. So yes, Kevin Foster is going to retake fourth place here. And we see Alex Cornfield here, second place in the AM Division, currently exiting pit road here on his final pit stop of the evening. Oh, we've got a great battle here for 8th. That's going to be Matthew Goring as he makes it by Dane Simpson there. It looks like John Crane here may have been involved in an incident. Let's go check the replay. On the exit of turn 9 there, just going to drop 2 tires off the track. Does a great job there keeping it out of the wall and out of another driver. Is able to get it going there once again. While race leader Carl Hanwick here currently has that gap up to 9.4 seconds back to second place, and Nick Nickerson, who looks to be struggling with the pace there. As you can see, he's got a bit of left front damage there to that race car, and you have to imagine that is compromising his lap times here in the final stint of the race. You see Dane Simpson down pit road here for his final stop of the evening. Also Jimmy Covert coming down pit road as well for his final stop. We see Matthew Goering heading down pit road here as well for his last stop of the evening. Oh, and looks like a BV Suvasum here. It's been into the wall hard. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened here on the replay. Oh, gonna have to back it up just a little bit further here. This is down into the final corner here. He's gonna get off track there, get into the throttle. And it looks like actually we got more than one incident here, so we'll keep on board him with a V here as he heads down into turn 2. And here we found it here. It looks like that is going to be through turn 4. Just going to drop the left sides off the track there and hit the tire barrier hard there. And that's what's resulted in heavy damage to that car there. Also looks like Kevin Foster here has been involved in something as well. Let's go back and check the replay here. Ooh, just gonna take that corner a little too hot there, lose the rear end of the car. Also looks like Alex Cornfield may have been involved in a spin here as well. Let's go check his replay here. And gonna drop a tire off the track in the same spot as we saw Visu Vasum do there. And heavy damage to the rear end of that car as he slams into the tire barrier. And then we've also got something here from Dane Simpson here as we check the replay. Oh, looks like he was reacting there to Adam Jones behind him. Oh, just going to cause a bit of a stack up there. Let's ride on board John Crane here through this incident. Meanwhile, out front here, Carl Handwerk now has that gap up to 12.3 seconds here over second place Nick Nickerson as we approach the final 15 minutes of the race here this evening. Tell you, one person I'm keeping an eye on here is our 5th place driver, Derek Sherman. He looks to be consistently lapping about a second a lap quicker than 4th place Kevin Foster. And with 15 minutes remaining and only 9 seconds separating these two, it's possible we could see Derek Sherman here within striking distance in a few laps. Ooh, and we're going to see a mistake there out of Sherman as he looks like he wants around that lap car there and actually made a bit of a mistake, locked up on entry into the corner, so that's going to cost him a bit of time here, but he does finally make it around, and he can now set his sights on our 4th place Kevin Foster there. Some 10 seconds separate those two here this evening. See a car up ahead there. I believe that is Jimmy Covert that has went off track here. Let's check the replay. And yes, that is the 14 there of Jimmy Covert as he heads through turn 9 there. loses the car, spins off the track here, but does a nice job rejoining the track there in a safe manner and gets it going once again here. We see race leader here, Carl Handwerk, as he rounds the final corner to complete this lap and approaches the final 10 minutes of the race here in round 1 of the GT3 Series at Core Racing League. He has about a 14-second gap back to second place Nick Nickerson, so a lot of breathing room here. He can just cruise through these final 10 minutes here. The one thing he has to avoid is a mistake here. And that is exactly what Nick Nickerson, riding around in second place right now, is hoping for. As you can see, has a damaged race car that is affecting his speed here this evening. Meanwhile, Derek Sherman here continues to chip away at that gap to fourth place Kevin Foster. It's down to a little under 8 seconds here. But with only 10 minutes remaining here, it might not be enough. He may not catch him here before the race is over. Race leader Carl Henwick here now has that gap up to close to 17 seconds here as he's picked up the pace toward the final 6 minutes of the race here. Nick Nickerson starting to drop off a bit as he struggles to make it through lap traffic. You're going to see him let Adam Jones by there. Oh, Adam's going to run wide right in front of him. Oh, and we just saw Adam Jones spin in front of second place Nick Nickerson here. Let's go back and check the replay. Oh, just going to lose the rear there as he went into the corner. And he does tow it back to pit road. So it looks like Adam Jones there going to call it quits here tonight. And we can see Goring here has caught the back of Jeremy Lyon Watkins. This is going to be your battle for third in the AM division here. And it looks like Goring there is going to go up the inside. And he is going to take third. Oh, he has a mistake there. So it looks like Lyon Watkins is going to retake the position. Oh, it looks like the 71 there of Lyon Watkins is going to spin out right in front of Matthew Goring there. That was through turn 6, which we've seen many drivers have mistakes here. And it looks like Matthew Goring there is going to move up into third in the AM division there. Carl Henwick here is going to complete another lap here. He's now got the gap up to 22.5 seconds back to second place Nick Nickerson as we head into the final 2 laps of the race here this evening. And actually looks like Matthew Goring here is going to head down pit road. I'm not sure what this is about as I believe this is his 6th pit stop of the evening. So not sure what this strategy is here. It looks like he just does a drive-through there. So it's possible he could have received a penalty there from race control. So Jeremy Lyon Watkins there is going to retake third in the AM division as Goring goes through pit road. It looks like we're going to get to 2 to go here this time by. So 2 laps remaining for Carl Henwick here to hold off Nick Nickerson gap is currently hovering around 22 seconds. But Nickerson has picked up the pace just a bit here. But of course, with that kind of gap, it's going to be too little too late here unless Handwork makes a mistake in these final 2 laps. See the flagman waving the white flag as Carl Handwork here takes the 1 to go this time around here. One more lap for Carl Handwork as he's going to take the season opening win here in the Core GT3 series. As long as he doesn't make a mistake here, Nick Nickerson is 21.5 seconds back here, currently running in second. Mark Thomas running third here, another 55 seconds back, with Kevin Foster currently running fourth and Derek Sherman rounding out the top 5 here in the Pro division. Meanwhile, Nick Brown here currently in first in the AM division, with Alex Cornfield running second, Jeremy Lyon Watkins in third, Matthew Goring in fourth, and Patrick Shelton rounding out the top 5 here in the AM division as we take the white flag, 1 to go this time by. And here Carl Handwork's going to enter the final corner for the final time here this evening. As he exits the corner there, he's going to cross the line and take the season opening win here this evening with a dominant race. This evening Carl Handwork is victorious. Meanwhile, Nick Nickerson here in second, just now approaching the final corner here. And Nickerson is going to cross the line there, take home second this evening. Mark Thomas is a little ways back here, but currently running third. And Nick Brown there does cross the line and takes first here in the AM division. And we're going to see Mark Thomas here cross the line and take third here in the Pro division tonight, with a nice podium finish there for Mark Thomas. Alex Cornfield just up ahead there, crosses the line, takes second in the AM division. Great opening night for him here. And Jeremy Lyon Watkins there will take third in the AM division. We'll bring up the results here this evening. So Carl Handwork takes home the Pro Division win with Nick Nickerson finishing second, Mark Thomas finishing third, Kevin Foster fourth, Derek Sherman in fifth, John Crane sixth, Jimmy Covert seventh, Paul Butler in eighth, and Mason Smith finishing ninth there in the Pro Division. Now for the AM division here, we've got Nick Brown taking home the race win. Alex Cornfield second. Jeremy Line Watkins taking home third. Matthew Goering in fourth. Patrick Shelton fifth. Adam Jones sixth. Abiy Visuvesam there finishing seventh. Dane Simpson eighth. And Thaddeus Marshall taking home ninth here in the AM division this evening. Great opening night here at Laguna Seca. Now let's give the drivers just a moment. We'll try to get a word with a few here for some post-race interviews. All right, it looks like we've got a few drivers here up in the waiting room. So let's go ahead and bring up, we've got our newcomer here tonight. We've got Alex Cornfield up in the booth here with us. Hey, Alex, this is Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, Kevin, I'm here, man. How you doing, bud?
Hey, doing well, but awesome night for you here as you take home second in the AM division on your opening night here at a very challenging WeatherTech Raceway at Laguna Seca. So walk us through your night here. It looked like a difficult track here as we saw a lot of drivers making mistakes. Looked like the key was just to stay consistent and make no mistakes.
Absolutely. Consistency is where we're at here. Opening lap was pretty rough, man. Running around on cold tires after practicing with them warm. So spun out, just kind of following the guys in front of me. And then had that really big mess up going in the corkscrew that lost a lot of time trying to chase Nick. And then the wonderful, I don't know, 720 off the wall. That was a lot of excitingness. I run with a VR headset, so I was living that for sure. But overall, it's a fun track. This is a great race. It's just consistency is important, but out there represent my wife. She's the one on the side of the car that everybody's looking at. So she's my sponsor for all good races.
Oh, that's awesome there. But yeah, great finish for you here on your opening night on a tricky track. But I think next week's going to throw the guys for a bit of a loop. It looks like we head to the Charlotte Roval next week. So got to ask, how do you feel about heading into that into next week?
It's not my favorite track, but at the end of the day, it's all right. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of good drafting opportunities on that one. And so it's really going to come down to, I think fuel strategy is going to be really important, and just consistency is the main thing. But my partner and teammate, Nick Brown, we got a really good team synergy going there, trying to set up the cars and get a good pit strategy. And so hopefully going into next week, we've got a similar thing set up and we're able to just finish strong.
Absolutely. Well, I want to give you the chance while you're here. Is there anybody else you need to thank or any sponsors you need to give a shout out to?
Oh, no, just want to thank my wife, Sophia, for supporting me through all this insanity and just let me race and have fun with the boys. And my buddy Nick, the guy who won tonight, he got me into this and got me into this series. And between those two, that's all I got to thank. And I'm just appreciative for them. And for any of my family that are watching, shout out to you guys. But that's pretty much it. If you guys like the car, put it in chat. Anybody who's watching this.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight. Great opening night for you, and we hope to be talking to you again next week.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful night.
All right, that's going to do it there for the AM division. Second place, Alex Cornfield. Now let's go out of order here. Looks like we've got Jeremy Line Watkins up in the booth with us here, finishing third in the AM division. Hey, Jeremy, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on a great run here this evening. It was a tricky track here as we saw a lot of drivers making mistakes throughout the evening here tonight. We just spoke to Alex, and he mentioned the name of the game was consistency and staying out of trouble here. So just want to ask you, how did your race go for you this evening, and how did you handle the tricky conditions out here tonight?
No, well, went better than I thought it was going to. I just figured I'd ride around and back all night long and mind my own business. And as it kept going on, I kept moving up and watching, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I better start getting serious. And then, of course, that's when I started wrecking all the time. So it's I just put pressure on myself that didn't need to be there.
Absolutely. Well, it happens to the best of us. I can tell you that. We saw a lot of experienced drivers out here. As soon as the pressure got on them, going into mistakes like even second place Nick Nickerson there, as soon as the handwork put the pressure on him, unfortunately just made a late race mistake there. But hey, nonetheless, great finish from you here this evening. Third in your class on the season opener here in season 2. So congratulations. Hey, while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Jackson Brewing Company out of Covington, Kentucky. They've been sponsoring me for the last 6-7 months. I want to thank Adam Jones and Patrick Shelton for working with me on all the road tracks, trying to get me more comfortable with it. Thank Carl for setting all this up, and thank you for doing the broadcasting. Doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it there for third place in the AM division, Jeremy Lyon Watkins. Now let's get a word with the man of the hour. We've got Nick Brown here, AM division winner, up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Nick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on an awesome, dominating race here for you this evening. Really didn't have any pressure there as soon as we got through those first few opening laps, and you could really just run your own race here this evening. Looked like you were able to stay mistake-free, stay consistent here, and take home the season opening win in the AM division. So just got to ask, coming into tonight, what was your race strategy?
Oh, man, not really a huge race strategy, just kind of stay on the track. I was kind of upset that Adam went off early on. I think with cold tires, he spun out, and then I just kind of decided to go with it and have my buddy Alex with me on the back. He ran pretty good, too.
Absolutely, he did. He on his opening night here, finishing second in the AM division. So both of you guys, teammates, having a great opening night here, and that is what we love to see. Looks like next week we head to the Charlotte Roval. It's good. Looks like that's usually a track that throws a lot of people for a loop here. Very tricky track with a lot of drafting zones, very tight corners. Easy to make a mistake there with the tight walls. So gotta ask, as you head into next week, what's your strategy going to be?
I guess we're probably just throw up a session, me and Alex, and see what we can run and see where our key points are, where we can make up time, where we're losing time, things like that. Just kind of plan it out and go from there. Honestly, we just get in the car, drive it, and change little by little. It's different with not having to do a setup on here. So just being with the iRacing setup, we got to run a couple different setups to figure out, hey, which one we're going to run, and just kind of go through there. So just, I guess, time.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the season opening win here in your class. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Oh, man, I guess shout out to everyone who's been watching, I mean, my buddy Joe, Christian, you guys, Kevin, Carl, everybody for the league. I appreciate the opportunity to race it, man. It's something I love doing and glad to be on it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the AM division win here tonight in the season opener of season 2 here in the Core Premier GT3 series. It's been an awesome event here tonight, and we hope to be talking to you again next week.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin.
All right, that's going to do it there for AM division winner Nick Brown. Now let's get a word with third place driver here, Mark Thomas, in the pro division, up in the booth with us. Hey, Mark, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I do, Kevin. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, but I think you're doing even better tonight here on the season opener here, taking a podium finish in your class. Had a great race all night long. Looked like you were pretty consistent and mostly mistake-free. So got to ask here, coming into tonight, what was your strategy here for the season opener?
Just try to keep it clean. I worked the setup so that it was stable, not blisteringly fast, but really stable, and I think that helped me a lot tonight. Yeah, it was. I don't really like Laguna Seca. Please don't shoot me. But yeah, it was. Yeah, good race. Lonely. I was very lonely.
Yeah, we noticed the field got spread out pretty quickly there, and you really didn't have anybody around you all night long there. Nobody challenging you from behind. not really making any ground there on those top two here. So, as you mentioned, a lonely race, but a good race for you here as you take home the podium spot here on the season opener. So that's nothing to be shy about. But hey, while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Just a shout out to Bad Obsession Motorsport, to the league, to Carl, to everybody involved with the league, to yourself. Can't forget the missus, who's puts up with me doing this absolute baloney. But yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the third place finish here in the Pro Division on the season opener, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
I do hope so. I will try my very best.
Take care. That'll do it for third place finisher there, Mark Thomason. Now let's get a word with second place finisher here, Nick Nickerson, up in the booth with us. Hey, Nick, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
How's it going, man?
Hey, doing well, but I think you're doing even better here with a second place finish here in the season opener. I don't think it's where you wanted to finish there, as we saw you take the race lead after that second pit stop there, but ultimately just making a mistake. So got to ask, what happened there?
Man, I think I just missed the setup big time, and this thing was just a handful around this whole track. I mean, I felt like I was in, I don't know, like an open wheel sprint car the whole time. I mean, it was just, it felt pretty good going into the corner, but then it got really tight center, and then when I got on the throttle, I just wanted to whip around. And the only time that I felt comfortable is when I had full traction control, but that just wasn't enough to catch and maintain Carl. Yeah, it was just a disaster, and I'm sure I made quite a few mistakes on my own just because of maybe not knowing the car too much. I mean, I only ran it a handful of times to check it out since it's been released. But other than that, I mean, it's a tight, really fast, really small racetrack. That's just kind of racing you get out of it. And yeah, man. I mean, I'm glad I at least walked away with a second. I mean, for as bad as it was for me, I mean, that's kind of a win in itself. But gotta say congratulations to Carl, man. He did just a phenomenal job the whole time. And hour and a half races, man. That really beats you up a little bit.
I can only imagine. Yeah, 90 minutes there, nonstop. Great action all night long. But hey, next week, you mentioned the tight racing, tight track here at Laguna Seca. We head to the Charlotte Roval next week. So got to ask, how do you feel about that?
I actually kind of really like that track a lot. We'll see when we put this car on there and see what I can do with the setup. Yeah, again, it's another one of those ones where it's you got to really slow down for the corners. Setting and this setup and having your shocks just right so you're not spinning the tires too much. And tire wear is going to be a pretty big key because anybody that wants to win one of these races can't pit for tires. So you kind of have to save your tires for that last third fuel stint there. But it should be a good one.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Great track there and great competitors, so it should put on some pretty good racing. But again, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight in the season opener. While you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man, just everybody that participates in this league. I'm glad we got a second season out of this. Got to thank Carl for all he does putting these leagues on. I know it's a lot of I guess logistical work on the back ends. Glad he puts the effort into making this happen. And Kevin, man, I gotta thank you for the broadcast, man. You do an awesome job.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again in Victory Lane maybe next week at the Roval.
Hey, sure hope so, man. Take care.
All right, that's going to do it for second place finisher there, Nick Nickerson. Now let's get a word with the man of the hour himself. We've got race winner Carl Henwick up in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, first of all, awesome run here tonight, taking home a win. I'm starting to think it's becoming a bit of a pattern, us talking to you here in Victory Lane. Seems like we might have just done that last night, but doing it again here on a dominating run here in the season opener of the GT3 series. So, Hey, just walk us through your race here tonight. You took the lead early on, and it was mostly just staying consistent, mistake-free, but we saw Nick there overtake you there in that final pit stop.
Yeah, I think our setup was really good, and I just missed a little bit in qualifying, and it was enough for Nick to get the pole. But I knew if I could kind of budget my tires in that first lap or two and be really smart, because the first this track, it takes 2 laps for the tires to fully heat up, and I knew if I could try and get past him on that, that first little stint, and just kind of be smooth, that I may have a chance of getting away from him, because it looked like his setup was just a little bit too free to kind of be consistent with it, and I was able to pull away from him on the beginning and probably middle of the run, but his car definitely came alive in the late end of the run, and that's where he was able to run me down. And coming in for that first pit stop, it just seemed like I was catching lap traffic at the worst spots, and caught lap traffic coming in to the pits, going out of the pits. It was just a perfect storm to get him from 8 seconds all the way up to like 2 coming out of the pits. So that wasn't great. And then I figured one of us was going to short pit. And as soon as he dove into the pits for that second pit stop, I'm like, I got to pit the next lap around here to cover it off, and it barely kept me in it. I mean, I tried to push really hard coming out of the pits there, which you can fit a bicycle around that little that little out right there for the pits. But yeah, once he got past me, I'm like, I got to stay on his bumper, and I got to try and send something here. And luckily for me, he made a mistake, and it sucks, because it probably would have been a heck of a battle. But I'm glad I got to breathe at least a little bit for the last half hour of this race, because man, it was tough out there.
Absolutely. 90 minutes here, that can take a toll on you here, especially when you're racing as hard as you guys were most of the race there. But hey, coming away victorious here tonight on the season opener, I think that is best case scenario for you here. So great competition all the way around through the field. But hey, while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, give a shout out to my teammate in third place there, Mark. I mean, he's the reason I had a chance to try and get the pole, and most of the reason, if not 90% of the reason why I won this race is that the time that he puts in, during our practices and setting up these cars and everything like that. I mean, we pretty much dedicate practices just to set up my car, and then he kind of figures out his car from there, because our setups are completely different. And it's amazing how different they are, just from different driving styles. But I mean, yeah, all thanks go to him for the setup. And thanks to all these guys out here. I think for the most part, everybody was really aware of the surroundings and everything like that. So definitely want to send a shout out to everybody for really driving kind of smart out there, especially for this first race. And looking forward to this. It's well, not looking forward to being as tired and sweaty as I am right now next week already, but it's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the season opening win here this evening. As we head to the Charlotte Roval next week, we hope to see some more great racing, and hopefully talking to you in Victory Lane again.
Sounds like a plan.
Got to keep the streak up. So
yes, sir.
All right. Well, take care.
Thanks, you too, buddy.
All right, that's going to do it for a race winner there, Carl Handwerk here, and that is going to wrap up the season opener here at Laguna Seca. As you can see, we've got a great schedule ahead of us here. We head to the Charlotte Roval next week, and you can see we've got a lot of great tracks here in the schedule. It's going to be an exciting season 2 here. But thank you all for tuning in here at Soak Tires Broadcasting for the Core Racing GT3 series, and of course, we hope to catch you again next week.